What have you learned from starting an art gallery in New York City?
So my partner and I, we started a gallery out of our studio on the Lower East Side, and one of the things that we learned from that straight out making a gallery was that it's really challenging to help someone monetize something that they already hadn't monetized themselves. That there are people out there that are afraid of marketing themselves, or just not afraid, maybe just not organized to do so. And there's a lot of barriers to meeting deadlines, valuing the work, separating themselves from the work and the people who want to buy it. And being an artist myself, my partner being an artist, it was hard for us to even separate ourselves from the art that we were putting inside of our gallery. And so some of the relationships with artists, I think, were challenging. There's a lot of legal things that you want to kind of put in place that may not be obvious at the outset, but in hindsight, surface.
Such as?
Well, one of the examples is an artist could show their work in your gallery and then go around you after you've promoted their brand and then sell the product for less money and then take the sales away from your gallery. And this is something that there's a lot of standard gallery contracts that will help you around this, but at the same time, contracts are a piece of paper that if you don't talk about and read and work through with the person you're dealing with, you can end up in a place where expectations don't match up properly, and a relationship can be in some ways damaged. But from our perspective, what we really enjoyed about creating a gallery was how it improved the experience in the community that the gallery is inside of. The Lower East Side is no stranger to having lots of galleries, and there's ones popping up all the time. And the thing that we found with most of the galleries is that they're a little bit inapproachable. It's a room with art in it. You can't tell what the prices of the things are inside. You feel like there's an expectation that you buy stuff when you come in. Unless you're part of the art world, art galleries are a little bit intimidating. And so our goal, for creating a gallery was not necessarily to generate money off of an artist. It was to bring approachable artwork to a community that deserved that art. And so the first show we did was one where we projected artwork on our front window that was interactive, and so the community could literally interact with that art. The second one was a show that took sandwiches that were scanned and turned them into giant art prints. And then beyond that, we did a show with teddy bears that had some phrases on them that were pretty provocative, that were very appropriate to the neighborhood. And all these shows kind of built up this expectation around our space that, showed people that we were interested in shaking things up and doing something different. And where we've taken the store now is we've evolved it into a design store that also showcases artwork. And we're taking that artwork and bringing it to the community. So we're negotiating with a lot of the retailers around us and bringing the artwork that we would normally present just ourselves and present it at multiple venues. So we did a show about 2 months ago called Summer, which was in the dead of winter, where we took an artist who had done paintings of snorkeling and beach time scenes, and we put them all up in these 4 different venues in the block. And we had a block party with tiki torches and summer cocktails. And I think we had more than 300 attendees. The New York Times local blog wrote about it. The Daily News gossip column wrote about it. Like really, really great attention for our block, which has some very successful businesses and some struggling businesses. And we were able to bring together people around art in our community. And that to me was like a real amazing accomplishment. Now we have artists that want to do stuff outside and inside, where the block becomes a destination, and that's an exciting kind of next stop for what was an art gallery just showing work to a design shop that showcases work from designers around the world, who is now taking artists and showing their work on an entire block in the Lower East Side. And so running the gallery has kind of been super interesting. It's never really been about generating revenue. Like, we're always trying to just meet our expenses and do stuff that's interesting and kind of generate interest and publicity around the people that are connected to us. And maybe at some point it'll become something that generates profit and can scale in a larger way. But right now it's just something that for us is something that we love to do. And that's what it is. So, hey.